and welcome back to the Faithful You Knitting Podcast. It's lovely to have you here. Hope you're all well. Sorry I haven't seen you for a long time. I haven't been doing any crafting, so there wasn't any point in me coming on. I know it's been a while. It's been about 3 months, I think, since I put a video up. I know I've only put 2 up, I think, 2 or 3 up this year, but I've not really been making anything. So yeah, there didn't seem much point in me coming, but I've got a quiet day today. Expecting my parents a bit later on, and I thought I'd jump on the camera and just show you a few of the things that I have been making. Because I've got a room now where I can work, and I gave the lovely Maria a sneak preview the other day of all my workspace. So you can see quite a bit of it behind me. It's only a small room. But I am going to do a updated craft room tour in my next video, and it's finished now. Everything is as I want it. It's all in its place, and yeah, I'm going to show you that next time I come on. But for today, we're just going to have an ordinary knitting podcast. I'm going to show you what I'm working on, show you what I've finished, show you a plant that I've got for a future knit, and show you a couple of things that I've bought as well. So what I do want to do is not the next video but the one after. I want to do a video on craft things that you can find on Temu. I'm not sponsored by them in any way, shape or form. I'm not getting any freebies off them to do the video. But I just thought it would be really interesting because I found quite a few really good things on Temu for crafting. Now, I know there's ethical issues around the company, and to be honest with you, I don't really think there's a lot of ethical issues in it, but everyone has their own opinion, don't they? But I've found that the stuff has been really good. It's individual sellers selling on their platform, and yeah, you just get some really good bargains, some really good stuff. So I thought I'd do a video about that. If it's something that you're not interested in and you do have an issue with Temu, I quite understand if you don't want to watch the video. But they do, as I say, do some really good craft things. And I've got a few of them in my room here, and I found them, to be honest with you, really fantastic and really cheap. So yeah, take it as you want, but they do vouchers, and I just make use of the vouchers. They'll offer you, say, £10 off a £25 purchase. And I go through Temu and I put things in my basket, and then when they give me a voucher, I buy something that's in my basket that I've been waiting to buy and get money off. So yeah, it's not that I'm diddling anyone, but that's just my opinion. Anyway, that isn't what I'm here for today. Just thought I'd slot that in at the beginning, that coming up is going to be a craft finds video from Temu, things that you can buy and use for your crafting. Some of it's a bit naff, but yeah, you get what you pay for, don't you, in the end? So today I'm going to show you my finished object. This is my finished object. I don't know whether you remember, I'll pop a picture on this side of the screen, but this is my vintage pullover done in vintage coloured mohair, and it is beautiful. I'll just stand up a bit and show you. I started it a couple of years ago, and as you can see, it's all fully finished. It's got a lovely waistband on it, which is just down just on my bum. My waist is here and it's down to here, so it's a bit good distance, probably about 4 or 5 inches below my waist. And it's got these lovely batwing sleeves, which I love. There you go. And it's just really cozy. Knit it oversized. I knit it oversized because I wanted to make sure it would fit. So I'm actually really pleased with the way it's turned out. It is oversized by about 2 sizes too big for me. But I just thought, well, I'm probably going to wear it. And you know, it's lovely and snuggly. It's lovely and cozy. So yeah, I'm really pleased. I hope you can't hear that noise in the background. As soon as I've turned the camera on again, he started using all the saws and lathes and stuff in the back. So I really hope there's not a lot of noise, but there's not a lot I can do about it. Shut the window, so hopefully you can't hear him. Yeah, so I'm really pleased with it. I knit it in vintage yarn from the 1980s as well. It's a mohair, so it's really comfy, really cozy. But you know, even in the summer, I'm finding that it's keeping me cool as well. It's not making me too hot. So I've got a long dress on today and this on over the top, and I'm really pleased with it. The pattern was from 1985, and I have got another one that I want to knit, and it's this one. So I'm thinking of doing this as well in some yarn that I got from Temu. You got 5 balls, and this is the colours I'm thinking of knitting this in and see how it looks. I've also got you know how I like my tank tops, I've also got a tank top to do as well, but I'm thinking of doing that in another mohair that I've got black and purple somewhere, but I can't think at the moment where it is. So next time I see you, I will show you that. So yeah, I'm hoping to do this as well as this one. So yeah, so that's that. I've also got my earrings to show you as well, which I've been working on. I've got these, which I got off Temu. But I've got this necklace, which I finished as well, which has got a little hedgehog on it. I've made some, there you go, I've made some spinning wheels. I've made alpacas and sheep. I've made this sheep as well. There you go. What else have I made? I've got loads here. I made loads of them. Where are they? I've got these sheep as well. There you go. I really like them. They're fun. And I've got toadstool and some other toadstools as well. So I've been busy making jewellery. I really enjoyed doing that actually, and I bought that's coming from Temu a jewellery making set, you know, with all the earring bits and the bits for the clasps for necklaces and stuff like that in it. So I've ordered one of them. So that's going to be coming soon. Back to finished objects. I found this in my wool cabinet, which is there behind me, and I thought I'd get it finished. It is a it is a top, sleeveless top. It was originally going to be for the summer, but I'm thinking it could be quite hot for the summer. It needs blocking out because it's a bit tight, so it does need blocking. But it's done with my hand spun yarn, and it was wool that I got from Hilltop Katie at Wonder Wool. So, and also the blue part as well is also from Wonder Wool, and it's the 50p balls of Shetland that they do. Not that itchy to be honest, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the straps. I had to reknit them because they were far too long. They were like belt buckles, and I'm going to pop a button on there. These buttons I've had for about 20 years, and it's nice to finally find a use for them, but I think they're going to go really nice with the colours that are in the tank top. So what I'm thinking of doing is as well is here of extending the waistband and casting on the stitches at the bottom and making the rib probably about 4 inches at the bottom, and that just give me a little bit more length. But I'm going to wear it in the winter, I think, underneath jumpers and cardigans to keep me warm in the winter. It'll act like a little vest in the winter. But at the moment, as I say, it is a bit tight. I knit it when I was a bit slimmer, but I'm sure with blocking it'll stretch and I can increase the bottom and make it a bit longer. So that's that. I don't want to undo it. I want to wear it because I really, really love this hand spun yarn. And it seems a shame to have put all the work in thinking about it and how I wanted it to look, because I didn't follow a pattern to go and undo it all again. So I'm reluctant to undo things these days. I didn't used to have a problem with it when I first started knitting. I used to knit things all the time, try them on, didn't like them and undid them and then reuse the yarn. And I haven't got really, I've only got one cardigan, I think, of one of my earlier knits from 20 years ago, maybe 2, but everything else I've undone. I find a pattern, I think, oh, that's really nice, I knit it, and then I either feel too fat in it or it's just not flattering, so I undo it and then reuse the yarn. So that's kind of the theme really with my knitting from my early days. I don't have much to show for what I knit, not even baby stuff that I've given to people because I've given that away. But yeah, so that's my finished objects for today. And with a crossover, no, yeah, with a crossover, I'm going to show you a pattern that I want to knit out of something that I finished a few years ago, and it's this. Don't know whether any of you seen the Puffin sweater by Kate Davis. Well, I knit the mantle many years ago, probably about 2017, 2018, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I love it, absolutely love it, but I'm just not confident with my size at the moment to wear it. So it sits in the wardrobe, which I think is a shame. Now, I did think about maybe trying to do the bottom and add to it the body with the sleeves and the body part, but I wasn't sure how to do it. I'm not confident enough to alter patterns like that, even though I've been knitting for a long time. I still don't feel confident. I'm still quite a nervous knitter. So I thought I'd leave that as the mantle and just really as a piece to say I knit that. Isn't that lovely? I might one day wear it. I've worn it a couple of times. I wore it for Wonderwool the last time I went, but I'm not overly confident to wear it. So what I'm doing is I've just bought the yarn, which I'll show you now, to knit the jumper version. As close to the colours as I could find for this, because I didn't want to buy the Jameson yarn. Not that there's any problem with it, but just that I wanted to use drops wool because I like drops wool, and it's cheaper, a lot cheaper, and you get more for your money. So I just get the wool. Just a sec. I really hope you can't hear him in the background. He's very noisy. Anyway, I have shut the window. These are my colours for the colour work part. The wheat colour, and then that's the cream. They're my colours for the colour work part, that is the mantle. So they are my colours for that, as close as I could find with drops yarn. It is wool alpaca. It's 65% wool, 35% alpaca, so it's going to be beautiful to wear. And then this is the colour I got for the body. I didn't want to get black because black was part of my youth in a big way. So I really don't like wearing black these days. So that's my colour palette for the Puffin sweater. So I'm really looking forward to getting that cast on. I can't wait to get that done. So I'm hoping I've got enough yarn. So we shall see how that turns out. So I might cast that on over the weekend, because we are in the season of casting on. So yeah, that's my plan for that. I've also found this yarn, and this this was the Bluebell sweater by Kate Davis as well. So I'm going to try and get this finished. I know I've only done the rib, but I think it's worth carrying on because the body is just plain knit stitch and it's knitting the round, so it won't take long at all. It'll take me a couple of nights maybe to do up to the sleeves, and then it does need shaping, but I'm not going to bother with the shaping bit. I'm just going to do it straight up to where you get to the sleeves, and then I can do the yoke and the sleeves. So that's that. I might do it in cap sleeves because I quite like the next one I'm going to show you. It's got cap sleeves on it, this one. Where are we? This one's what I'm knitting now. But as you can see, it's got cap sleeves on it. So I'm thinking of just doing cap sleeves instead of knitting the whole sleeve. Of just doing cap sleeves, but I haven't decided yet. So we'll see when we get there. I might do 3/4 length. This is 3/4 length sleeve. So I might do this the same. I've got a 3/4 length jumper as well that I made. So I'm thinking about the sleeves. I'm not sure whether I want full length sleeves. I find they get in the I find they get in the way. So we'll have to have a think about that. So that is a cast on, but it was a cast on that was done a while ago. But I don't see the point in not doing it when I've cast it on. So yeah, I'm going to carry it on with that wool. So it needs balling up on my ball winder. So that's that. This is another recent cast on that I've started, and it's out of the Knitter magazine, out of this one. Sorry, my light was shining on that, but this is the jumper. I buy the subscription when it's like £6 for £6 or something, or 6 for a fiver. and that was when I got this. It's classed as a blouse, as a tunic. So yeah, I'm going to make it a bit longer if I've got enough yarn. It's got some lovely lace detail on it, but I'm not sure on the waist, on where it sits there. I might like make it just a little bit longer, another inch or two longer if I've got enough yarn. But this is my version so far. There you go. That's what I've done so far. I've only knit on it for about 2 nights. So I can only do Fair Isle when I'm not really tired. And I'm getting myself to bed at 8:30, 9 o'clock of an evening at the moment. So yeah, so that's what I've done so far. Yes, I am kind of copying the colours, but I really like the colour work, so I didn't mind doing that. This is my colour palette. There you go. So I'm up to the blue now. I've done this part, and now I'm up to this part here. And then I think you just do a repeat, and then you do this bit here. So looking forward to getting that done. I'm not sure whether to do the lace detail at the bottom. Do you know, I might just knit it plain all the way down and then just do the banding at the bottom, because I just think you don't really need the lace detail, do you? It's not that I don't like lace. I think I just rather straight knit because it's quicker. I just want to get things finished and get my mojo back. And I think if I'm going to be faffing about with lace detail and a yoke, I might not get it finished. I might get fed up with the lace. So I'm probably best, for my own sanity, just straightforward knits. So that's that. That's my new cast on. I'm hoping to get the colour work finished by the time I do my next craft video. And I think that's it for works in progress. We've done finished objects. So yeah, new cast on. I've shown you this one already to go with this yarn, so we won't do that again. Sorry for the rustling, but I'm going to do this one as well. This lovely vintage Serdar. I think it's late 80s, early 90s. I think it's early 90s. It doesn't actually say on the pattern. You know, normally they have a copyright, don't they? But it doesn't say. Anyway, I think it's late 80s, early 90s, probably more like 92, 93, around that kind of age. So yeah, I'm doing that one. I've got this lovely yarn. There we go. This yarn here. It is a hand spun, not by me. And it is vintage. And it's linen cotton. And this is the yarn. There you go, that's the yarn. And it is 55% linen, 45% cotton. There's the back of the label. Now, I got this off the lovely young girl near me who I was doing the spinning for, which I haven't finished. I've got one skein to do. So I'm going to get that finished, and I've got an idea for that. I found the bits and bobs from my Advent knit. Do you remember the Advent knit I did a couple of years ago? Well, I'm thinking of cutting all the bump bits and then spinning all the like beads and buttons and things like that in it, and putting that together. But I'll show you that in another video because I haven't got it to hand at the moment, so I'll bring that into the next craft video. But yeah, this is the yarn I'm going to be using, and this is the pattern. I'm going to do the last size to make sure it fits. It says the actual size. I could probably get away with the 5th size. To fit a 38 bust and its actual size is 41. I may get away with that, but it only takes 4 balls of that yarn. So I've got enough in this. I've got about 5 of this, so I may even get something else out of it. I'll be able to weave with it, which would be nice. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking for that, doing that pattern. So that's that. So yeah, the only other thing I've got to show you is new acquisitions. I've shown you one yarn already, but I've got this merino as well in a 10 pack off Temu. And the dress that I've got on I bought, and I got this wool free. So that was a nice gesture from them. But it's beautiful, beautiful pink. And it is 100% merino. It does say it's machine washable. So my thinking is, even though it's merino, it's probably got 5%. Oh yeah, on the back. Read the back. 95% wool, 5% polyester, which isn't bad, is it? So it's 95% merino wool, and I got 10 balls. So I'm not sure what I'm going to knit with that yet. I'll get back to you on that one. I've got a couple of things in mind, another colour work, because I really love knitting colour work stuff. But I was also thinking of doing that Macaulay cardigan on Ravelry, the one with the two-tone pockets, where you knit the body in one colour and knit the pockets in another colour. Thought that might be all right for that. Plus, I haven't decided. There's a couple of things I do want to knit. So once I've decided, I'll show you what that's going to turn into. I've also got a rust colour in that, like a tansy colour, and I've got a green as well. And I've got green in the silk and merino, I think I got off Temu, which was also free. And I'm going to do the Into the Wild sweater with that one. And the other thing I bought is this really gorgeous penguin. He's got a little duffel coat on. Don't know whether you can see that. Little duffel coat. And he's hiding under a leaf. You get, in the kit, you get everything you need to make it. It's to make into a little key ring. You get your needles in there. That's your foam, your felting mat. That's the picture. There he is there in all his glory. Beautiful, isn't he? That's the pipe cleaner for his umbrella. And that's all the yarn that you get for it as well. So you don't need to buy anything extra. And it comes with the keychain and his little eyes. There you go. So yeah, looking forward to doing that. I've also got a little mouse with a jumper on and a little mouse with a shawl on coming as well. But they haven't come yet. I bought them. And I think they're about £2 each or something. So yeah, I'm keeping these people in business. Anyway, that's my little kit. Looking forward to getting him done. I have bought the template for doing needle felting. I know it's a bit of a cheat, but I'll show you that in the video that's to come. Because not next week, but the week after, as I say, I'm going to do a Temu craft haul. So you will see this again. But it's a Temu equipment haul. Because I've been buying things like a blocking mat for the crochet. What else have I got? I've got wet felting stuff. I've got needle felting kit. I got an English paper piecing kit. Fabric as well, which is this here. I haven't done any more on this. I kind of lost the will with this. But this is my Temu kit, and they're the fabrics I got in the kit off Temu. And I think it was about £2.50, I think, for the fabric. Can't remember. Yeah, and the papers were off them as well. So yeah, I haven't done any more. I am going to get round to finishing the journal, but to be honest with you, I need this time without the dog when the dog's not around to be able to do it. So yeah, I will get it finished. It lives in my little vintage knitting basket, sewing basket, so it will get finished. Just not finished yet. So that's that. Do you know, I think that's everything I've got to show you today. Can't think of anything else. As I say, I've not really got my mojo back. I haven't done any proper spinning now since Christmas. Did we do spinning at Christmas? We did, didn't we? We did. No, we did. Do you know, I can't remember. What did we do at Christmas? Do you know, I don't remember. Were we spinning or were we weaving? I can't remember what I said I was going to do last Christmas. Do you know? If you can remember, pop it in the comments section underneath, because I can't remember for the love of me, really. What did we do last Christmas? I know I did the baubles, and I had bits of yarn in the baubles. No, can't remember. Anyway, I haven't decided about Vlogmas yet this year, because last year was a disaster. Yeah, so I haven't decided about that yet. I might do Vlogtober every other day. Haven't decided yet. We'll see. See how much crafting I'm going to get done. Because I've got pegloom weaving to do still for that lady down the road. You know, it's been 3 years since she bought me that fleece, and I haven't given her anything for it yet. So I really need to get stuck into that. So I've got that to do. I've got sewing to do, because I've got my sewing table set up now behind me. So I did Peggy's trousers, but I've got to get on and fix a couple of things of my own. I've got my bench to finish. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to go. In next week's video, you're going to get a tour of my craft room, and hopefully I'll have this finished in time for that video, but I'm not counting my chickens just yet. But yeah, I'll do a craft room tour video for you, and you can have a look around and see what's going on in my craft room. And no, that'll be 2 weeks time, sorry, because my husband's off next week. So yeah, we'll get that done. Yeah, I think that's about it for me for today. I'm waffling, I'm thinking of things to say, and I can't think of anything. So I'm going to go. Enjoy the rest of your week, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you soon. If you want to have a look at my shop and my handmade stuff, it is on my Ko-fi account. Link is in the description bar below. And if you'd like to buy me a cup of coffee or Sam bone, there's also a link in the description bar below as well. So I'll see you in the next video. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye for now. Bye bye.